Yo people, what going? I don't know, it's the King Boss. Welcome back to RonsTechHub. Today I'll be unboxing the DJI Osmo Action 6 Adventure Combo. This was bought from CEX, grade A, so basically brand new for £360. I know I'm a little late, but you know what? It's better late than never. I'm going to do a general unboxing, showcase some of the features I like and some of the features I don't like. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a camera expert or a camera guru. I'm a computer guru. I am the average or below average camera user, so my impressions of this might be completely different from someone who knows their camera stuff quite a bit. I also bought this for myself. I needed a camera for my holiday to Jamaica, so I'm not sponsored by DJI, but DJI, if you want to sponsor me, please reach out. Now let's start off by going around the box first. So on the front, all you have is what the action camera actually looks like. It tells you what's in the box as well. So you get the stick, you get 3 batteries, and you get the charging case. On the left hand side, it shows you some of the things that people do with action cameras. On the right hand side, just the DJI logo. And on the back, it goes into some more features of this action camera. For example, the 1/1.1 inch sensor. So it's almost a 1-inch sensor. The variable aperture going from f2 to f4, up to 4 hours of constant recording. We have Osmo audio, meaning something like a mic 3, which is what I have here, should connect to this without using the receiver because it has a built-in receiver. 50 gigabytes of internal storage, which is going to be very good. And finally, the water resistant feature of it. You can download the necessary apps from the App Store or the Play Store, and you can also get DJI K refresh. So if you damage the device, they'll send you a new one at a reduced price. And at the bottom, we have the legal stuff. So let's open the box. Mine was already open because again, I bought this as a grade A from CEX. Anyone who's not in the UK, CEX, which is Computer Exchange, is an electronic retailer in the UK that sells used items. Simply gonna turn it on its side, pull from this angle here, it comes out. So the first thing you get in the box is the extension cable. This extends up to 1.5 meters. Next, we have the charging case, the batteries, cables, and a few mounts in here. And finally, we have the DJI Osmo Action 6 in the box. Let's do a quick deep dive as to what we actually get in the box. So if I'm going to pull this out, so these are all the extras that comes with the DJI Osmo Action 6. First and foremost, we have the battery charger here with 3 batteries in there at the moment. We have the USB-C cable here. We get 2 thumb screws. This looks like a sticky mount, so I stick this to something else and then I can use the magnetic attachments. We get 2 magnetic attachments, but I'm definitely going to buy some more, and I can get ones that actually have a 1/4-inch screw at the bottom as well. I probably won't ever use these stickers, but it's nice to have, I guess. So as I said, I bought mine from CEX, and I bought this in April 2026 or end of March 2026. The grade A version, which is the version I have here, costs £360. The grade B version costs £330. Personally, I was waiting for the grade B version, but it just never came in stock, so I just had to go for the grade A as soon as it came in stock. This is the battery case with 3 batteries in there at the moment. I already charged these up just to ensure I have full battery. When you open it, you can see these are 1950 milliamp hours, and you get 3 of these. So this is what the DJI Osmo Action 6 looks like. Looks very clean, looks very neat. The only other action camera I've ever used was the DJI Osmo Action 5, and I was very much a person that says, you know what, I can film everything on my phone. My phone is perfect. I have a Pixel 8 Pro, and to be fair, my phone does give me amazing video. I'm filming on my phone right now, but when I use the DJI Osmo Action 5, I was sold. I was like, oh, now it makes sense. This is why people have it. This is why people use it. Grade A from CEX, £360. Grade B from CEX, £330. Brand new from the DJI website, £415. And with CEX, you get a 5-year warranty on anything you buy that's not a consumable. Consumable for electronics would be stuff like batteries, storage like SSDs and memory cards. But for this, I have a 5-year warranty. Because this is grade A, I might actually be able to put this on DJI K refresh. That's something I'm going to try as well, because grade A from CEX means that they actually unboxed it themselves. So if no one else unboxed this before, I might be able to activate this and get DJI K refresh. I'm going to quickly look at build quality for each of these. Obviously, I haven't used them fully yet, but just my first impressions. I really like the battery case. It's sturdy, it's solid. 3 batteries fit in there. USB-C at the side. That satisfying snap that everyone loves nowadays. The USB-C cable is solid. This is probably one of the thickest USB-C cables I've ever picked up. Let's look at the thumb screws themselves. I've never actually used one of these. I used a tripod the last time I had one of these in my hand. This feels solid. The top is plastic. The bottom part is obviously metal, but it does feel solid in the hand. Let me now try one of these. This also feels very solid. This is, I would say, very rigid plastic. Even though this section here might be seen as a weak point, when you squeeze it in, there's actually no movement. It doesn't go in, which tells me that this should withstand whatever I throw at it, to be fair. And to connect it to the DJI, you simply, it's magnetic as well, so you just put it close enough to it and it just snaps on. But please ensure that if you're going to snap this on, you push the other side in, because at the moment only one side went in for me. And to remove it, just do the opposite. You squeeze both sides and you pull it off. When I used the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro before, I believe you could only get it on one way, but now it goes both ways. I've noticed as well, there's no side mounting here, because normally you could stick this at the side, but I'm guessing that's because you now have the ability to use a square sensor, so you could get everything you want just from one orientation. This is the extension rod. The first thing I don't like about this is the fact that it doesn't have a tripod leg at the end. That would be really useful, that would be really handy, but at the same time it does come in the Adventure Combo box. This goes up to 1.5 meters, and I'm pulling it on one end to see it doesn't feel very wobbly. Even though it's relatively thin, it doesn't wobble at the end when I shake it or when I try to move it, so it seems sturdy enough that you could get steady shots from this. That accompanied with rock steady means that you should be good to go. Now to me, weight in the hand of each of these things feels really good, but what I'm going to do is put them on the scale just so you can have a reference point of roughly how much each thing would weigh. So the battery charger pack with 3 batteries in there, that's going to be a total of roughly 180 grams. The camera on its own is going to be 117 grams. The selfie stick on its own is going to be roughly 164 grams. And if you put these 3 together, which is how I'm assuming most people are going to be using it, the magnetic mount as well, that's going to give you 330 grams in total. To me, that seems extremely light and extremely good, because phones are not far off from this, and the fact that this can film continuously for 3 hours depending on your settings and has all those extra features like Osmo Audio built in, that's a good weight. So far what I can say about the camera is that it feels very solid in the hand. When you go around and knock it, it feels solid. The only hollow part I can feel is here where the batteries would go, but everything else feels very solid. I like that it has this rubberized texture. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. There's a slight shift in the tone, and around the edges it has this rubberized thing, so I'm guessing if you're putting this in cases, in your bag, in your pocket, you won't get the edges scratched very much. If I can get a screen protector for this, I'll definitely be putting a screen protector on this side here, because it's such a large screen, I don't want to be scratching it. I'd say if you're going to be mounting this to a car or a motorbike or anything that's very outdoorsy, you definitely want to get yourself one of those aluminum cases where if it does fall off, at least the edges are protected. Personally, I would never mount this to anything externally unless I have a really good magnetic mount or a solid mount, because if it does fall, you could damage that screen, the lens, or the back screen, and then in that case you're gonna have to go and buy a new one. Based on the information I've seen, I think 4K 30 is gonna be the sweet spot for most people. 4K 60, yes. 4K 120, yes, for some. At 4K 30 you're looking at least 160 to 180 minutes, and the fact that you have batteries that you can hot swap mean that you could easily film an entire day relatively easily. But personally, I would never go anywhere to film without a portable charger, because once you swap a battery out, what you could do is plug your portable charger in, charge this, so that if you do want to film for extended periods of time, your batteries will be ready when you need. Only thing I've noticed about this camera that I don't like so far is the fact that these clips, you only get the magnetic mounts. As solid as these are, and as much as I do like or appreciate how they look and how they work, I think a 1/4 inch adapter would have been nice. I've seen some online where these feet here, they fold outwards, and in the middle of it you have a 1/4 inch screw. That would have been really useful here, because 1/4 inch adapters or 1/4 inch screws or 1/4 inch tripods are everywhere, so being able to use this with something else would have been nice. But that just means you have to buy an aftermarket. My next video is going to be about me showing you how to set this up fully from a novice's point of view. I don't know anything about these cameras much. I simply had to press record on the last one and it worked perfectly fine. But who do I think this camera is for? This camera is for anyone and for everyone. I've never owned an action camera before. I've only ever used one, which was the Osmo Action 5 Pro. It seems to me that this was made for beginners and for pros. I say that because it's had stuff like D-Log-M, which allows you to then color grade afterwards. It has stuff where you don't have to worry about framing. Because it uses almost square sensor, you can film once, and whatever you film once, you can post it to any social media that you want. So you can have your square video for Facebook, your 9:16 for TikTok, and your 16:9 for YouTube as well. It can be used outdoors and indoors. When I did my research, you can plug in your USB-C to here, plug it into your PC, and actually use this as a webcam. I really like the look of the DJI Pocket 3. However, the Pocket 3 seemed very fragile, and I'm going to be swimming. My dad is a diver. He's going to be diving. He would love something like this, where I could just give it to him and be like, okay, go and dive or do whatever you want to do. Press record and don't worry about anything else after that. The addition of Osmo Audio makes this very nice, because again, I don't need a receiver to plug this in. But in any case, thank you guys for watching. The next video, I'm going to show you guys how to set everything up from scratch. Stay tuned, like and subscribe.